All right, y'all, we are back with another video, and it seemed like Benny done dropped another bomb, man. And like I said, once again, shout out to Benny because he been doing the interview with Tucker Carlson in Spaces and stuff on X, better known as Twitter, what used to be Twitter, now it's called X, where he be asking Tucker Carlson some questions that a lot of us would want to ask Tucker Carlson. So once again, shout out to Benny, man, and I wanted to check this one out because this one right here was very, very important. So the name of this one by Benny said that Tucker Carlson finally answers live if he'll be Donald Trump's vice president if Melania demands it. So if Melania Trump demands it, so he's finna go ahead and answer, and I definitely want to hear what Tucker Carlson got to say. Because think about this. Tucker Carlson will be the best VP for Donald Trump. I mean, hands down. He will be the best option. So I would love for Tucker Carlson to be Trump's VP. But like I said, make sure y'all hit that like button. Subscribe to the channel. Shout out to everybody showing so much support. Everybody been leaving positive comments in the comment section. I also want to thank everybody who clicked on this video for the very first time. And shout out to the ones that always watch the videos to the end, because when you do that, YouTube will share the video so more people can see my reaction. And that right there is where it helps the channel grow. And as you coming in, if you're still watching, please hit that like button. That's very, very important as well. Hit that like button for me. Without further ado, let's go ahead and dive straight into this, y'all. Let's go.
What's up, guys? It's your boy Benny. A boy could dream, can't he? What do your dreams look like? Well, mine look like this, because I want this as my dream Republican ticket for 2024. Yeah. Tucker Carlson as VP candidate. Donald Trump at the top of the ticket. This is, I mean, quite clearly what we should do as a party, because there is no better distillation for the vision of Donald Trump's populism and America First than Tucker Carlson. You could argue that Tucker Carlson was doing it before Donald Trump was doing it. Tucker Carlson, of course, the most widely accepted and powerful, penetrating populist in world history, arguably, with the biggest audience in world history, arguably, for this message. And so that's kind of what a VP does. Yep. Donald Trump and Tucker Carlson get along swimmingly. They really like each other. This photo here, that also includes the great Marjorie Taylor Greene, was at a golf tournament. Trump and Tucker laugh alongside chants of "Let's Go Brandon" ring out across Bedminster Golf Club, Donald Trump's golf tournament. Well, there you go. Ladies and gentlemen, Trump, Marjorie Taylor Greene have a jovial conversation and laughed and waved at the cameras. The "Let's Go Brandon" chants, of course, ringing across the golf course. Alpha energy all around Donald Trump singing, I think, the national anthem. What a legend. So why are we talking? I mean, yeah, and also what an unbelievable difference from this translucent, pale, syphilitic resident at the White House.
Shout out to Marjorie Taylor
Why
Greene.
are we talking about Tucker Carlson as vice president? Well, behind the curtain, exclusive how Trump would build his loyalty-first cabinet, as though like loyalty is a bad thing to have in politics. Ladies and gentlemen, you search this for Tucker. It's a very long article, but you search this article for Tucker Carlson, and what you'll find is this very interesting anecdote here, where Melania Trump calls for Tucker Carlson to become Donald Trump's vice president.
Yep.
Here's an interesting twist. Melania Trump advocating for picking Tucker Carlson, the booted Fox News star. She thinks Carlson would make a powerful extension of her husband. A source close to Trump told us the former First Lady has made few campaign appearances this time around, but Trump-Carlson ticket might encourage her to hit the trail. Trump asked last month if Carlson would be a good VP. I like Tucker a lot. He's great common sense. The idea of Tucker Carlson has been discounted by many people close to Trump because they'd assume he'd never pick somebody who could outshine him. Interesting. But the two men talk a lot. Well, ladies and gentlemen. What does Tucker Carlson have to say about this? He was asked in our exclusive X Spaces about it, and, well, didn't say no. Have a listen.
Right. Here we go. Tucker, I'm sitting here looking at an article right now from Axios. And this article says that Melania Trump wants you to be the vice presidential candidate for Donald Trump, with Donald Trump in 2024. What do you say to Melania Trump?
Well, she hasn't texted me that, and it's in, a publication published in Washington. So I'm gonna kind of reserve judgment on that. Obviously, I'm flattered if it's true. I like Melania. don't really know her. But she's Eastern European, so that suggests we have exactly the same attitudes about everything. So I'm flattered.
So that is what Tucker Carlson had to say directly about the article, sort of like shrugging it off and saying, I like Eastern European women. But he was asked directly one more time by Patrick Bet David, the PBD podcast,
Let's hear it.
And Valuetainment in a like more direct fashion, saying, of course, Donald Trump has one term to serve. He's already served one term as president. He can only serve one more. So his selection for vice president means a lot. Tucker Carlson, again, answering here by not saying no. Listen.
Let's go.
I think everybody is wired in a different way. I try to study you to see, you know, what your what level of fight you're willing to do for this country, because obviously from my end, I've watched you, not the other way around. I consume your content. My boys are in the car right now. I just picked up Dylan, my oldest son, who's listening. My youngest son, who plays soccer. My oldest son, who watched you a lot for many years. He's 11 years old. The youngest is 10. Trump's first election he went on, 2016, he had to choose a VP like Mike Pence. And the reason why that worked, obviously, you know, who Mike Pence had as voters, location, state, where he was based out of, what sect of voters he could win over, whether that helped or not, it is what it is. But he kind of needed a person that was a yes person that wasn't going to say a lot, and Trump was going to lead the way. And, you know, the intentions was you have 2 terms. So you kind of go get the job done. He wasn't expecting for the mess that happened with what happened with YouTube, Twitter, all these other Twitter files that came out, X files that came out. And then now him running, it's a different strategy on how to pick a VP. This time around, to pick a VP, he can't pick somebody that's just going to be a one term, because to get the job done, you know.
Now before we get to Pat Davis' answer, I do want to say this: like when he picked Mike Pence, look what Mike Pence did. Absolutely, just turned around and just turned on Donald Trump. The man did a fake advertisement, like as if he were putting gas in his truck. That's why he had no choice but to drop out of the race, because he wasn't winning. Did nobody want to hear him? He even had these little meetups where people would ask him, how do you feel after Tucker Carlson destroyed your career? How did it feel? And it seemed like after that person in the audience told him that, he dropped out of the race. He wasn't going to win anyway. See, a lot of these people that was like sometimes on the side of Trump and try to turn on to think that was going to help them. Look at Chris Christie. He got mad because Trump didn't want to hire him into the organization. He got mad and flipped. Look what he's doing now. He's running over there to CNN. Every chance he get, they put a camera in his face. He want to talk about Donald Trump. Every single time. You can type in Chris Christie right now, and he's talking about Donald Trump. And it's like every time you hear him do that, I'm like, like that's crazy. Every time you turn around. Now, once again, shout out to Vivek. He's doing a darn good job right now. Because like I said, I always said this, if Tucker can't do it or don't want to do it, be Trump's vice president. I like Vivek. So like I said, it's some more good names. They can, like you got Kerry Lake. That's another good one. MTG, Marjorie Taylor Greene. So he got options, but me personally, I would prefer Tucker. If I'm hoping Tucker can be Trump's vice president. Look what they did when they was like, look what they did when they just blew the internet away. Look at the numbers they did. Absolutely broke the internet. So you talking about Trump and Tucker for 4 years? Man, come on. I'll take that. And shout out to Tucker, got his own network and stuff now. Shout out to him, because Fox News made a big mistake getting rid of Tucker Carlson. A big mistake. So, and I heard that when he went to Twitter that Fox News sent him a cease and desist. They're like, come on, man. Like, that's crazy. So they got jealous of him and sent him a cease and desist letter. Tucker didn't want to hear that. He's still doing his thing. So once again, shout out to Tucker, man. But let's get back to it, and let's see what he said.
In the edge, Russia and UK and some of these other places have, somebody can be in office and running for a while. Look, we don't support that. It's not the America way. But that allows for you to really inject some of the ideas that you have. So if you're a good leader, you really have plenty of ample time. You have ample time to create that momentum. But on this time around, he only has one term, 4 years.
Yep.
Okay, and his age is getting close to 80. Now, he's a fired up, energized guy, so doesn't look like he's slowing down, but his VP choice has got to be different. So I know the question was asked at the beginning that they said, you know, what Melania said, and you were very complimentary. But one, if you did get that phone call, would you entertain it? And two, if not, do you think if you could be, you know, unbiased in the most possible way, do you think you would make a good VP candidate? And if not, who would you think would make a good VP candidate? Because the strategy has got to be 12 years, not just 4 years.
Yeah. Well, then thank you for that question, and thank you for the nice intro. And it's good to hear from you. I don't know if I'd make a good VP candidate. I mean, probably not, actually. I mean, I've never done anything like that at all. I'm, you know, I don't think I'm crazy, just to be totally blunt with you, but I'm a little eccentric in that, and I'm definitely committed to saying what I think. And so, you know, the structure of politics is totally foreign to me. I know I could give good speeches because I like giving speeches, but, you know, there's a lot more than giving speeches. So would I be good at that? Yeah, probably not. But it's just impossible to imagine ever being involved in politics. And I'm not being coy or anything like that. I just, I've covered it my whole life. The number of politicians I would voluntarily have a meal with is like, you know, fingers on a hand. I just don't like them. And so I generally think you should stick to things that come naturally to you, that you like, you know, that you have an innate aptitude for. And in my case, it's writing and talking, but it's not kind of in like raising money or reading talking points, or I don't know. I just don't see myself doing anything like that, to be honest with you, though. I mean, who knows? God knows where this country's going, you know?
So that is what we get with Tucker. Not a no, and a lot of like praise for Donald Trump and what he's done.
Yep.
So what does this mean? I'm not sure. I don't know. I do know this, that a lot of people would really like this. That Tucker Trump ticket would.
Yeah, I would still like that, though. I'm not even gonna lie. Me personally, I would still like it, you know. But he was very blunt. He said, I don't know if I make a good vice president because I have never been one before. So I totally understand what he's saying. You know, when you're walking into something new that you never did, is high expectations. Everybody wants you to do good. Then when you don't do good, people like, why did we choose Tucker? He don't know this and that. So I totally understand what Tucker's saying. But I just hope, like I said, if he do get that phone call, that he do give it a try. But if he don't, I totally understand, because he don't want to walk into something that, like I said he never did before. He don't want to cause any problem, messing the thing up. But like I said before, I love the idea of Vivek. You got, I don't know if Marjorie Taylor Greene, I don't know if she would do it, but you got Carrie Lake. I mean, there are some good names out there. There's some good names out there that Donald Trump can still choose from. But like I said, me personally, I wanted to be Tucker, but we don't know if he's going to do it or not. But he didn't say no, so that's the good thing right there. He did not say no. He just said he don't know if he'll make a good VP. But he get that phone call, you just never know. He might just say yes. But, man, we'll love it, man. Think about that. Trump and Tucker Carlson, it don't get no better than that. Trump and Tucker Carlson. Come on now. That right there will be monumental, bro. That would be monumental right there. But like I said, guys, we have made it to the end of the video. Make sure y'all hit that like button, subscribe to the channel. Shout out to everybody that stayed to the end. I really, really, really appreciate it. And like I said, thank you all for watching, and I'll catch y'all in the next one.